The most recent comments made by Cristiano Ronaldo regarding Manchester United indicate that Roy Keane was correct about him the whole time. The fact that Cristiano Ronaldo admits he had difficulties succeeding at Manchester United lends credence to the notion that Roy Keane was correct in his assessment of the Portugal sensation. Cristiano Ronaldo has reflected on how his comeback to Manchester United went wrong and admitted that he is now a better man as a result of suffering the roughest period of his career. This period was the most difficult in Ronaldo's professional career. The great player for Portugal admitted that he was oblivious to the problems that have led to his decline, and the admission about his self-improvement indicates that Roy Keane's critiques may have been justified after all. The player's admittance was made during an interview. The player, who was 38 years old at the time, parted ways with the Red Devils under contentious conditions in November 2022, shortly after taking aim at the management of the club as well as his former colleagues at United for criticizing him in an explosive interview with Piers Morgan. In addition, he criticized Erik ten Hag's management of his predicament, but in the end, he gave in and consented to the cancellation of his contract. As Ronaldo prepared to continue on a new journey in the Arabian Gulf, he signed a massive contract with the Saudi Arabian club Al Nassr that was worth £340 million over the course of 2.5 years. When Ronaldo was removed from his position as captain by Ten Hag, this change appeared to be unavoidable. Ten Hag's complaint of the five-time recipient of the Ballon d'Or was that his presence in the locker room had a detrimental influence on the squad. Ronaldo is currently on international assignment with Portugal ahead of their Euro 2024 qualifications against Liechtenstein and Luxembourg. He has admitted that he is not the athlete he once was, and his disclosure that he is now a better man indicates that he recognized he had problems with his character that needed to be resolved. There are times when you have to go through some things in order to determine who is on my side, he explained to Sport TV Plus. When things are challenging, it becomes clear who is on your team. I have no difficulty admitting that I have had a rough run in my profession, but there is no time for me to have remorse. The cycle of life continues, and whether I succeeded or failed, I gained something from the experience. When we reach the peak of the mountain, we frequently lose our ability to see what lies in the valley below. Now I am better equipped, and gaining this knowledge was essential due to the fact that I had never experienced anything like what I have in the past few months. Now that I've gone through this, I'm a changed individual. Some people may view Ronaldo's statements as a barely disguised jab at his former teammates, such as Roy Keane and Gary Neville, who had been honest about Ronaldo's difficulties to remain at the top of his game due to his age and attitude. Some people may understand Ronaldo's comments as a carefully concealed jibe at his former teammates, such as Roy Keane and Gary Neville. Keane has not held back in his criticism of the experienced striker's poor attitude throughout his tenure in Portugal, in contrast to other players, such as Rio Ferdinand, who have vigorously supported the player. After Ten Hag left him as an inactive replacement in United's 2-0 victory over Tottenham, Ronaldo charged down the corridor well before the full-time whistle. He was rightfully chastised for his act of petulance, as United increasingly demonstrated that they were better off without him. Several months later, during another incident at the World Cup, Ronaldo launched a frenzied outburst on the field after the Seleção's previous manager Fernando Santos substituted him during their 2-1 loss to South Korea. Ronaldo was incensed that Santos had taken him out of the game. After that, he was benched for the following match, a decision that was backed by Keane, who stated that Ronaldo's goals disguised the detrimental influence he could have on his colleagues. As a result, he was removed from the lineup. Are they expected to be saints on the football field? Keane expressed his opinion to Sky Bet. Cristiano Ronaldo had this attitude 10 years ago, but the next game he would score a hat-trick, and he would be 27 years old, everyone would forgive him.